I love the founders. James Madison said, "It will be of little avail to the people that the laws are made by men of their own choice, if the laws be so voluminous they cannot be read, or so incoherent that it cannot be understood." And he said, "The truth is that all men having power ought to be mistrusted." Did he foresee Obamacare? And speaking of Obamacare, Thomas Paine said, "The greatest tyrannies are perpetrated in the name of the noblest cause." My mother would have said, "The road to hell is paved with good intentions." Now there's dispute over who said this. My sources said Wendell Phillips said, "Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty." And Edmund Burke said, and examine this for yourself, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing." I have been politically inactive most of my life. My wife got us involved with work at the polls for a few elections, but it didn't begin for me until we attended a rally here last July. We carried protest signs in August, and we marched on Washington on 9/12, and it was a sight to behold. America speaking up for America. Two weeks ago, my wife and I were in Searchlight, Nevada. And for those who've never heard of Searchlight, Nevada, that's the home of the progressive Harry Reid. We went there to show our support for Nevada, trying to unseat him. And it was 10,000 strong, and it was another sight to behold. Today I'm seeing another sight to behold, and thank God for Americans. I am an angry American, but I am most angry with myself. I am angry that I stood by all those years and did nothing. I may shed a tear. Bear with me. One of my brothers served on the USS Idaho in the Pacific during World War II. Come from an old family, okay? An uncle served in Europe in World War II. Another brother served in the Korean War and earned a Silver Star. A sister served for 8 years in the Army, and I was in the Army Chemical Corps for a couple years. I can tell you that no one in my family served this country so that the radicals in Washington could, quote, fundamentally change the United States of America. We serve to protect our and your liberty and freedom. We did not serve so the U.S. could become a nanny state and provide their version of social justice. Recently, I pledged to my grandson that I will do whatever I can for the rest of my life to ensure that he and his sister will have an America that still has liberty, freedom, and opportunity. I pledge that I will lead the fight if necessary to stop the progressives from taking over the United States of America. I am willing to march into hell for this heavenly cause. We all need to stand together and be fearless in saving America. I agree with Robert Heinlein when he said, perhaps the meek shall inherit the earth, but they'll do it in very small plots, about 6 feet by 3 feet. I am an angry American. I join with every other angry American to fight the good fight to secure our liberty and freedom. Bear with me, I'm nearing the end. Long quote, in December of 1776, Thomas Paine wrote, "These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will in this crisis shrink from the service of their country. But he that stands by it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered. But we have this consolation with us, that the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. What we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only that gives everything its value. Heaven knows how to put a proper price upon its goods. And it would be strange indeed if so celestial an article as freedom should not be highly rated. In that same month, George Washington and his army stepped into rowboats and crossed the ice-clogged Delaware River to defeat the Hessians in Trenton. We need our own George Washingtons, you and me, to lead us. Get involved. Go to the school board meetings. Go to the supervisors meeting. Keep the pressure up at all levels of government. In the 1984 presidential race, a television ad was aired saying, "It's morning again in America." I hope we will be able to say that once again. But if doubt falls upon me, and I think night is approaching, I remember the words of Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. The religion of my youth taught me that I can lead a good and even saintly life, but if at the end I despair of hope and thus of God, I am doomed. You can believe what you will, but I say that we as a country must not despair of hope. I am an angry American, but I do have hope. I choose not to despair for America. Our founders pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor for us. We can do no less for those that follow us. So I close with the words of Abraham Lincoln, that we here highly resolve that this nation shall have a new birth of freedom, and that this government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. God bless America. Thank you, patriots. USA! 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 USA!